Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a Savasana type position. Go ahead and spread out. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Allow the back side of your body to release back. And come into a nice slow rhythm with your breath. And see if you can let go of everything that gets in the way of you simply being here now. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. And let's begin by sliding arms overhead and reaching as long as you can through your arms and legs. And then interlace your fingers. Press out through your palms, flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release. Bring your right knee in. Give that knee a good squeeze in, a little jiggle, a little rock. Straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg. And then point your toes as you bend your knee back in nice and close. Let's go back and forth. Flex and straighten, just going to your edge. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And then flex and straighten. Hold your leg up there. Circle your ankle. Biggest circle possible. Both directions. And then release. Bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the right. And then flex and straighten out to the side. Point as you bend back in. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And then flex and straighten and hold your leg out there, supporting your leg wherever it works best for you. And then release, bend your knee and bring it across for a spinal twist. Open out through your right arm, let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, reaching through fingers and toes. And then release. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. Evening your torso out on your mat. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close. And then straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. Point the toes and bend it back and going back and forth. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And then flex and straighten. Hold your leg up there. Circle your ankle. Go as slow as you need so you are getting to your full range of motion, including the places that may be creaky or tight. Release, bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the left. Flex and straighten out to the side. Point as you bend back in. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. Flex and straighten. Point and bend. And then flex and straighten. Hold your leg out there, grounding down through the back of your right leg. Release, bend your knee and bring it across. Spinal twist. First with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal. Left arm on a high diagonal. Fingers and toes reaching away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then make your way up to sitting. And let's come onto the forearms for a forearm plank. So we'll set the elbows so they're just shoulder width apart. You can measure off by grabbing your elbows. And then place the forearms down so they're parallel. Tuck the toes and scoot your feet back until your whole body comes into a straight long line. Shoulders above the elbows, long neck, long spine, long legs, strong core, and the whole underside lifting, so thighs lifting, belly lifting, chest lifting evenly up away from the floor. And with all that work, can you relax your jaw? Can you relax your eyes? Can Your breath be slow and deep. Last breath here. Release, drop the knees. Sink back to child's pose. Allowing the weight of your body to settle towards the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center. And let's lift up through table. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet here, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor. And go back and forth a couple times, waking up the backs of your legs. As you settle onto 2 feet evenly, you can have your heels up or down, knees bent or straight. Let's walk hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position, including using support through your arms. Take any movement. What helps you get in your body? What helps you release here? Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up. Coming up one vertebrae at a time. And then finding your way to mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. Feel your feet rooting down, lengthening up all the way up through the top of the head, strong core supporting you. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Plant the hands, step back, coming through, high push up. Lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend. Let's take an extra couple breaths in this first one. This could be low or high. Cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths. In down dog or child's pose or sitting or any other neutral shape. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair. Utkatasana. Hips low, head high, shoulders low, arms high. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, step your left foot just a couple of inches forward with the toes turned out. Reach your left hand back for the inside of your ankle or calf or foot. And then shift your weight into your left leg. Lift the right leg high. If you start to lose your balance, you can always bring your left hand back to the floor and then maybe take it back to your foot when you're ready. Rolling open, looking under your right arm if possible. So this is a challenge for balance, and while you're being challenged in your balance, can your breath be steady? Can your face be relaxed? One more breath here. And release both hands to the front, step the right foot forward, and come into warrior one. So you may need to adjust your footing. When you're ready, sweep the arms high. Sink hips low. Deep bend in that front leg. And one more breath here. Open out, warrior two. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Expanding past the fingers, past the top of the head. Nice long arms, long torso. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog, or cobra, and then back to down dog, but you're welcome to skip any part of that or add your own movement. From down dog, let's step the right foot forward just a couple of inches with toes turned out. Take the right arm back, hand holds the inside of the foot, ankle or calf. Shift your weight into your right foot and then lift the left leg high, just as high as you can. And falling is a good sign. It means you are working right at your edge. So how close can you go to your edge and still have your face relaxed, have the breath be deep, even if you might be wobbling or falling? Can there be ease at the edgy places? Last breath here. Release both hands to the front. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. You might adjust your footing. Arms sweep high, hips sink low. One more breath here. Open out, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Finding the pose that's most fully expressed while honoring your limits. And that's a subtle edge. It may change moment by moment. Last breath here. This time to release, bring both hands to the floor, turn to face the wide side of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold, we'll use this as a resting pose. So you're welcome to separate your feet, more or less. Knees can be bent a little or a lot. You could use a block for your hands if it's difficult to reach the floor. And take any arm position here, whatever feels good for you. Keep letting your head release, allowing the weight of your head to lengthen the rest of your spine. Let's toe heel the feet further away from one another, seeing if you can keep the outer edges of the feet parallel. So you might find your edge right away. If you start to take your feet apart and they don't go any further, that means you're at your edge. Beautiful. It's going to look different for different bodies. Some of you might take your feet quite far. If you get far enough that it would make more sense to support yourself on your elbows, you could come down to your elbows or a block. Make sure you're not going to slide into something that's too much. Let's toe heel the feet back in about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider, and then lower the hips, coming into a squat, Malasana. If your heels don't easily come to the floor, you're welcome to widen your stance or turn your toes out. If that isn't working for you, you can try sitting on a block or sliding a blanket under the heels for support. So using whatever props make this pose work best for your body. Open up the knees using the elbows. As best you can, roll your shoulders back and down so the chest is nice and open, spine long. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha. Same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom and connecting that all the way up through the top, feeling the full length of your spine, your torso. And then release. Let's come back to a forward fold. Feet back to parallel. Any arm position. You might interlace fingers behind your back. You could take a handful of your hair and give your own neck and shoulders a squeeze. And then go ahead and take a seat. Extend the legs forward. You can take the flesh of the sit bones back. Feel free to sit up on something. A little lift under the sit bones may be useful for sitting tall. And then fold forward whatever amount you're able. If you reach your feet, you could grab hold to lengthen, or use something around the feet, or have hands on the floor the whole time. As you inhale, go towards length. As you exhale, go towards folding. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's get set up for a supported fish. You could do this over a blanket, a block, a cushion, foam roller, lots of options. Something is going to go really high up the upper back, so not near the lower back, pretty close to the shoulders, just low enough so the tops of the shoulders can fall off the end of it. And then depending on how high the thing you've chosen is, you may want something else to support your head. So instead of the chin being way up in the air, the back of the neck is long. If the first thing you've chosen isn't working for you, try something different. In general, the higher and harder the thing you choose, the more intense it will be. The softer or smaller the thing you choose, the less intense it will be. So find the intensity that feels appropriate for you now. Arms can be overhead or out to the side. Legs can be bent or straight. Letting go into the support beneath you, relaxing into the floor, into your props, into the pull of gravity. If you'd like to stay here longer, that's an option. You're welcome to stay and keep releasing where you are. If you're ready to come out of this, one gentle way of doing so is to interlace your fingers behind your head. Lift your chin to your chest. Lean to one elbow, moving your stuff out of your way. And coming down to rest. You can check in with your body. What's still needed to wrap up this practice for you? Is there something that would feel good to do next? Is there a pose you want to get in, a part of your body that needs attention? You're welcome to do anything, or if you don't need anything, just start getting comfortable in your final resting pose. If you are taking a last pose or couple poses, just feel what you're doing. Keep your breath deep. Take the time you need. Eventually settling into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Letting go.
Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. And roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. We'll bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. Acknowledging the highest and most whole part of you that's always there, regardless of your awareness of it. And thanking yourself for your orientation towards that through your practice, through everything you do. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your support and watching these videos and sharing them with others who may be interested. Those of you who are able to contribute financially, I really appreciate it. You're not only supporting me, but you're helping subsidize these free videos for those who are enjoying them and are not able to contribute. So thank you so much.